everyone! For those of you who have been following my other videos, you've been watching me as I've painted my butterfly fairy painting, which is now complete, as you can see, and now it's time to varnish it. So today I'm going to show you how to varnish an acrylic painting. So the first thing you want to do before you varnish is you want to make sure that your painting is nice and clean, that it's devoid of all dirt and debris. So I first took a slightly damp, very soft cotton cloth and just wiped it down. I let it dry completely after that wipe down. And you just want to prop it up on something so that, you know, if anything drips it won't stick to anything. This is just my palette. I know it's a plastic, it's not going to adhere to this, so it should be fine. You also want to make sure that you have a brush that you use specifically for this. With me, I use this nice soft flat brush. I find that this works best. But you definitely don't want to use one of your paint brushes because in the end you might still have some paint pieces that are stuck in the brush, something that might get stuck in your painting. So you definitely don't want to use that. You want to just use a brush that you keep nice and free of dust specifically for this purpose. When you apply the varnish, you just want to be very careful, but you're just going to apply it in one direction. Not circular or, you know, every which way, just side to side, up and down, whatever you decide, but you just want to keep it like that. Obviously you want to be careful to not get any bubbles in your piece. If you catch any bubbles, you just want to kind of pop on them with your brush, just push on them. I'm not putting too much of this on here because I know that I'm going to do at least one other coat before I'll call this finished. So you can already see just how rich this is making the colors. It's really beautiful. Kind of like when you take a river rock and when you let it dry, all the colors that attracted you to it aren't there anymore. So whenever I used to collect river rocks, I'd always go and put them in the sink to get them wet again because they just seem to lose so much of those beautiful colors and that luster and everything that they had. So I sort of liken putting varnish on a painting to that. The only thing I can say about varnishing, I mean, it's hard to like screw it up. Just, you know, be careful obviously, but I mean the only thing that you could do wrong is overworking it. Don't overwork the varnish. You just want to put a very gentle, light coat. You don't want to rub it too much because that might turn it cloudy actually. So just want to gently apply it. your paint is thicker on the canvas and you're finding that there's little divots being left, don't worry too much about it, because once you put another coat on, you'll end up getting those spaces. And the great thing about varnish, I mean, the reason why you want to do this to your paintings is so that you're protecting them. You're protecting them against any dirt or dust being attract the paint. You're protecting them from, you know, the UV rays and things that might damage the paint. So in the end, I mean, you're really making sure that your painting has a nice archival quality. So there we go. Once this dries, the minimum you want to let it wait is about 3 hours. I will usually let it just wait overnight. I'd rather make sure it's nice and dry between coats. But once I apply it for a second time, you certainly don't have to. You can apply it the same way that you did the first time, but a lot of times what I will do is I'll apply it the opposite way. So this time I applied it this way, next time I'll apply it sort of up and down. That way I'm really getting into every nook and cranny. I mean, you could just do one if you wanted, but typically it needs more than that. If you find that you have little bits of hair, or you find a little, you know, bit of dust or something, just take your fingernail or some, you know, a toothpick, something, and just lift that out. Mine actually looks pretty good. I'm not noticing that, so this should be good. But there you have it.